Hello, IGN. My name is Jose Otero. I am here with Brian Altano, and we are playing Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
I'm playing Captain Toad. You're watching me.
And maybe I'm watching.
I love this game, by the way.
This is a really good game, and that's the reason why we're trying to put these Let's Plays up. So, the hook of Captain Toad, you've probably read about it already on the site, and you've seen some of these levels if you played Super Mario 3D World, is that you are playing a game with a protagonist that cannot jump. Hey, get those coins. And here you have them at work. So there are 3 hidden gems in every stage. If you've noticed, I've kind of been busy because I've been working on it. So Brian, what do you love about Captain Toad?
So I think what is really the best word I would use to describe Captain Toad is that it's just incredibly charming, right? It's just got this like really beautiful kind of great flair to it that feels just really quirky and fun. Like, it's just a beautiful little self-contained level.
Look at these toads.
Yeah. It's on the Wii U, so you've got your little gamepad down here, so you can get a nice close-up view if you want. And it's so pretty. And you have you're Toad. You have these self-contained little stages. You cannot jump. You are a scared little Toad man. You are not out there attacking, beating people up, or anything like that. You're walking around.
Oh, no, don't get that yet. Go over there. Where that shotgun
I'm showing people the world.
Okay.
Damn, Jose. God, Captain Toad.
No, but you're right. They are these little
here.
sort of dioramas in a box, and that's Brian getting wrecked. But what makes them cool, this is the pickaxe, which if he hits the grass patch, no, what did you do?
What are you talking about?
You hit, we have to do this over.
What?
I want you to see the grass patch.
Oh.
If you hit the grass patch with that hammer, you get coins.
Oh, who
repeatedly.
cares?
Hey, what do you mean who cares? Coins matter. Oh, are you supposed to grab those?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. So the expert's learning a thing or two today about Captain Toad.
Oh, I see how it is. All right, that's why you're a mini Toad. You're not even a captain anymore.
I just wanted to show people what it looked like
first
to
mate
get hurt.
Toad right now. No, but more importantly, Brian's right. These are dioramas, levels in a box, and you are sort of examining them closely, rotating them around.
Yeah.
Turns out this game actually got greenlit because Miyamoto is a big fan of the Rubik's Cube.
Oh,
and
really?
Apparently, when he saw the core concept, he said he was sort of enamored by it, and we saw what they did in 3D World. He was like, "Oh, now you have to make it a full game."
So I don't know.
Cool.
I don't know if you noticed, but every stage, has
condition.
It's got a condition, right?
An
so
extra win
So
condition.
you've got your star that you have to get to beat the stage. You just have to do that. Then there are those 3 gems that you have that are optional, right? And it's nice to get them because you can trade them in to get more levels down the line. But there's also an extra special condition in each stage, and there's always different. So in this one, it's to not break
The center of that bridge.
Now,
yeah,
had
you
I
see
sit
the
in
deep cracks right there.
Had I
so
stood
you know
on it
this
for
is not
too
a good
long,
thing.
I would have been in some trouble.
Okay. Well, if you don't know, the reason Captain Toad cannot jump is he has a heavy backpack. He is weighed down by the pressure.
That's a good excuse.
Of treasure. Well, no, it's cute actually. I mean, look how big that thing is. Who goes to school with a backpack that big? You didn't. I didn't.
I did. I had a history book that was the size of a car.
Of a toad.
Of a toad, yeah.
Yeah, but that's one of the reasons they use that as a way for him to sort of be so grounded. Because if you think about it, Toad can jump in Super Mario 3D World, but he's also not wearing a huge backpack. But these dioramas are really fun because you're constantly zooming in and out and kind of finding your little passages. There's great levels of detail. I mean, look at that.
I know. It looks really good zoomed in and zoomed out, too. But I kind of like how you're always sort of just like looking around to see what you can find. It's a very clever way to kind of get the most out of each of these little boxes.
Yep. And if you hold the run button, he runs in place, which is adorable.
Yeah, if you want to call that a run.
All right. Oh, yeah,
He's
he only does that by the window. He shouts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he has specific animations that convey his personality. One of them being his in-place running. Show it right here, actually. Why don't you stop and face the camera and just hold the run button. Oh, no, you had that angle perfect earlier. I don't know what you're doing. No. If you hold it and don't move, hold the run button. He's ready to go, like right in there. Also, spin the analog stick right now. This is also a fun little detail I was shown.
Oh, poor guy. I didn't know that.
Over. Yeah, these are little things that they included to sort of convey his personality. He's a very different kind of hero, which I think is really charming for this game. Ultimately, it lends it a lot of personality as a whole. Don't forget, you can also use the Wii U gamepad to tap and stop those guys. Yeah, but you have to do some finger gymnastics to then, scoot along. There you go.
There we go.
Nice
Sweet.
work. 2 levels down, and Brian Altano is still going. This time as a fully fledged captain.
So, and I want to point out too that there are like now we've looked at like just the difference between like these first few stages, right? Like they're all totally different. I mean, they're the same concept for each stage. You play as Toad, you collect things, and you get to the star at the end. But sort of thematically, they're all different.
Yeah, this one is heavy on touch emphasis. There's actually using touch controls, and there's actually the win condition for this one. The checkmark condition is to do it in 3 moves, which is interesting. Also, these are slight spoilers where the gems are, which is why we're showing these in the early levels of the game. Obviously, that's a big part of the fun of Captain Toad is trying to find these for yourself.
Yeah, and I still haven't found some of them, which has been interesting because we don't have a guide for this game yet.
Yeah, well, so I refuse to turn the page on a book until
you get everything?
Until I got everything. Yeah,
I'll tell you, Jose, there are some... Oh, God.
Yeah.
There are some later on in the game where I just straight up cannot find
Marty's warned me about them where he's just like, I don't know what to do. Or he'll be like, that's impossible. It's too hard.
Yeah, it's very tough. It gets very tricky. So it does really kind of inspire replays. And I will say we've unlocked them, but the win conditions for the sort of like special challenge in each stage don't get opened up until you beat a stage for the first time.
Yeah, so you won't know your first time through, and you may accidentally, like, I guess they're kind of going for the replayability, but I don't know. For some folks, they might feel like that's forcing it a little, right? Like, you don't know what condition you're not meeting, so you therefore feel like, did I really deserve that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But here you go. You got a star. Nice work.
So yeah, I think you mentioned the sort of win condition for the special thing on this one is to beat that in 3 moves.
It is in 3 moves,
and that's only 3 touches on the screen, and I did probably 10 right there.
Yep.
So it's a challenge to go back and replay these and do stuff. Some of them are pretty cool too. Like there's a gold mushroom like we saw in the first stage. Finding that's kind of a challenge.
Yeah, and some of them are really tricky too. They're like, don't get spotted.
Oh yeah.
One of the things. So we talked to the director and producer of this game, and they mentioned that one of the things that they kind of worked into it for the puzzle diorama aspect is this idea of stealth gameplay, which isn't a thing in Mario, really. I mean, the only time in 3D World, if you think about it, that you're ever incognito or in some form of stealth is if you put on the Goomba mask.
Yeah.
It's the only time things can't touch you. I'm really glad, too, you pointed out for people that this game shares that very, very... cool level variety that Super Mario 3D World has, because I feel like with the last couple of Mario games, they've been hitting that specific thing out of the park.
Yeah, and I really love that.
Variety's a huge deal to this team, and ultimately it really helps us enjoy these games a lot more, because we never really feel like we're doing the same thing for very long.
Yeah, that's exactly it, and I'm a big fan of that. And it's also sort of like, it goes with this sort of puzzle box nature of like, you really don't know what they're going to hand you next. Like, you're playing the game, and one stage you're on a stealth level, and the next stage you're doing something completely different.
Oh man, how's this going to work?
Yeah, this is already getting tricky, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's a ladder. Cool. Okay.
See, and you don't really notice that until you start playing with perspective.
Yeah, perspective is so important. And it's funny because we can't really show one of these here, but they have, if you let the title screen run, just like in Super Mario 3D Land and just like in Super Mario 3D World, there is, oh God, you're risky. There is a sort of visual diorama, like sort of a visual image puzzle that they play with. And they only do it during those little intermissions. And it's really fun that they do it that way. Ooh, where does that go?
I don't know. There's a little secret
note
down.
Go down. Maybe it's underneath.
Taking the elevator to the
Yeah,
bottom
there it
floor
is.
Here we go.
You got the jewel. All right. Sorry for spoiling these, folks, but you should at least be able to sample what these are. This game has something like 70 levels. Like it's
crazy.
It's a lot.
And it's cheaper than your usual Nintendo games, right?
$40.
It's $39.99.
Yes.
So, yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. 4 levels of Captain Toad. Just for you, IGN.
I perfected each one, by the way.
Oh, and here we have the Grandmaster of Captain Toad. Ooh.
Ooh, little hidden page.
Can we show that?
Look at it.
I don't think we're allowed, so we're not going to do it.
Well, there it is.
Coins galore?
Who knows?
Come back to IGN and find out.